So I'm not here to be loud and angry about that, but I definitely do require a conversation. And I do. And I think I'm owed one. I don't think that's an unreasonable request at all. I think I'm actually owed that conversation. But see, what happens is when you run to the internet quickly to make somebody the problem while being the problem is, in fact, the fucking problem. Do you understand? Okay, thank you. So, trying to go to the internet to make somebody the problem while being the problem is the problem. Are we all on the same page? Now, I come from a strong logical point of view on this, and I was also depending on intelligent people to be able to discern information, be able to look at exactly what's going on, and keep it logical. If you think my silence is guilt, you're sorely fucking mistaken. That is the biggest mistake, y'all. People underestimate me. People think they know me. People think. Right? Nobody has proof of a fucking thing. It's all feeling, thoughts, and words. That's all the fuck it is. This was, you know why Sunshine's in this position? I'm going to tell you why Sunshine's in this position. Sunshine's in this position because all her friends told her, you're crazy, this is nuts, there's nothing here. It's conspiracy theories, it's feelings and thoughts and words that we're all just throwing around. They said, absolutely not, don't take that to the internet, it's fucking wild. And then what she did was then took it to the internet. And now expects people that told her they weren't coming to the internet with this to come here and back her up when they said it was a conspiracy theory to fucking begin with. Don't cry about positions that you put yourself in. Fucking wild. What is pissing me off today so fucking much is the fear mongering. Logic again. Let's go back to fucking logic. Sunshine and I were close. We were very, very close. We talked about a lot of things. Personal things, internet things, all the things. She was very close. We used to talk every fucking day, throughout the fucking day, during the fundraising, after, before. Don't you think that if there were any substance to anything being said, there would be a mound of proof that you could not deny? I'm asking people to look at things from a logical point of fucking view, instead of listening to any fucking person that decides to push the live button and just start talking. The fact that you can be fear-mongered with hearsay, you can be fear-mongered with lies, that you can be fear-mongered by a vindictive bitch on the internet. It just proves that anybody that looked at this, saw it for what it was, and ended up with a different opinion, you were never aware of what was going on in the first place. You were not truly aware of what was going on in the first place. You did not educate yourself when I asked you to. You did not listen to me when I was offering you the education. You missed questions. You missed opportunities. You missed all the things. You looked at something, you donated, and now somebody got on the internet, filled your head with a bunch of lies, and now you're scared. And I think the only thing that I want people to do is just to look at my character on this internet the entire time I've been here. How many times have people come here and tried to make me the fucking problem while being the fucking problem? Makes no sense to me. Scammy Claus, I saw you're having a live tonight at 9 o'clock, and baby, I hope you have a wonderful time, because you don't have a fuck thing more than you did the last time you wanted to run that fucking cocksucker, right? But the only thing that I have now, Scammy Claus, that I did not have before, right? All I needed was what Sunshine gave me, Scammy Claus, right? Because I'm telling you, this is where, I try to warn y'all, but we'll be here for a minute. What I did not have prior was I did not have your personal information, right? I did not know where to go to get it. Probably could have went to Florida Man, never even entered my mind. But right now I do have that. I have it all. I have it all. So whatever, and I'm going to compound that, Scammy Claus, with all the other evidence that I already gathered from your last go around. So I know you do live in like $1 million home, even though it doesn't look like that from the outside. I understand that it has been appraised in that, like, right around that mark, okay? So now that I do have your personal information, your wife's personal information, her place of employment, and your fat ass imprint on that same motherfucking chair that you sit in to attack people on the internet that did not do a fuck thing to you, I am going to do everything I can to take some of that away from you. And I mean everything I can. I am now angry. That is now dangerous. I tried and I tried and I tried to keep this in perspective, to keep my emotions separate, and all of that. But this is wild. This is real life. There is a person on the internet that listened to lies, manipulation, and hearsay and decided to call a government agency on a woman with a disabled child in her home that has nobody else. And I'm the problem. Y'all are sick. Y'all are the reason people have mental health problems. Y'all are, in fact, going to be the reason that somebody ceases to exist on this fucking earth. I also do truly believe that there are people out there that will not be happy, satisfied, and validated until that, in fact, does fucking happen. I watch it. Hey, you know me? I'm a critical thinker. I'm a real critical thinker, and I do possess self-preservation. Do you guys know what that is? Do you all possess self-preservation? Keeping yourself safe, keeping your family safe, doing things not to make you unsafe. I'm a critical thinker. When information is put in my face, I critically think that, just like Desi. You want to talk about that? Months ago, I told you, you're going to tell me that woman has a child? Do you guys, you put shit on the internet, you listen to it, and you fucking believe it. And then you want people to feel bad for you for being stupid. Ain't never fucking happening. Ain't never fucking happening. You want to be stupid? You look stupid, I'm going to call you fucking stupid. Told y'all I didn't want to get mad about this. I told y'all I didn't want to get mad about it. I spent hours on the fucking telephone, man. And just really trying to get this all tied up with a fucking bow. And I did that so it would like decrease my anger, right? An understanding of something will make you less angry about it. You gotta get that understanding or you cannot let that emotion go. I am still horribly fucking confused. I want to know why a woman I barely know, that I've never had a problem with, would do such a thing. That person, and you know who you are, and I'm sure you're listening by now, that person they put in for the refund, girl, you've been on the internet a hot minute. You've been on the internet a hot minute. You've been involved in all kinds of things. You've seen and heard all kinds of things. Super disappointed in you. In fact, I'm super disappointed in a lot of you. Really, to be honest. I truly believe that when I look at this stuff that happens on this app, it gives me a better perspective as to why we are where we are in this country. Our society is fucking toxic. And if anything ever came across to make that more understandable, it was this app. Because in my new rabbit hole and stuff that I'm currently focused on, I now know that there is a whole part of this internet that this kind of thing is actually culture. That it actually exists for this reason. And I did not know it prior to maybe a week ago. But like I said, information or education is super important to my anxiety and things that I'm scared of. So maybe that's why I know a little bit more about some things than you guys do. But what you're looking at here is a travesty of a friendship that was just plotted on. Somebody in the background, unhappy about relationships, jealous about relationships, creating things that did not happen, out of just because they didn't want her to be my friend. And the wildest thing about that is that you put all that fucking effort into that, the friendship is still intact, and you've hurt so many people, including your friends, for nothing. Including your friends for absolutely nothing. I've been in 3 friend groups since I've been on the internet. This being my third. The first one would have been Tech's friend group. And Tekla, don't worry, Tech. I know you've been talking about me. Your day is coming, dear. Just be patient. Then I had a friend group that was not on this side of TikTok, and now I have my current friend group. I have to say, the most destructive situation is this one right here. And when I tell you, outdoing tech was not easy. That was not easy to do. But you managed it. As far as like harm being done, you know what I mean? Because really the only harm that was done out of mine and Tech's thing, I was the only one that was harmed in that. I still communicate with people that are in that other friend group, but this here, this was casualties everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. Casualties, dead bodies, bang, 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 bang. Everywhere. Crazy. Crazy. Like I said, I still haven't wrapped my head around it. No, I still don't know the reason, other than I don't believe that cracker is a racial slur. I think people can call me cracker all day long and it's never going to make me cry. It's never going to make me angry. And that's just me. You know, my outlook on race seems to bother a lot of people. And I don't understand that, because I remember a long time ago, I got in a box with 3 other white people and I talked about inherent racism. And they all acted like I unalived their children. And for the life of me, I could not wrap my head around why I got that kind of reaction out of them. I didn't say that they were out burning crosses in their front yard. I was talking about inherent racism, things that you might not even be aware about yourself. The institution instills in you, but nobody wants to have that conversation. We just want to take our fragile white feelings and say, cracker hurts my feelings. Cracker really hurts my feelings. But cracker has no historical context to it. It's not related to mutilation, death, and slavery, right? So keep on keeping on with that horse shit. I still can't believe that this is what this stemmed from. I can't believe that this is where this began. And I can't believe that just because you might have some inherent racism, that's my fucking fault. Do some fucking deconstructing. Do some fucking unpacking. I don't know what the fuck you gotta do. But I'll tell you what you did do. I'll tell you what you did do. You literally, and this is where you all look so bad. Sunshine, you in particularly, I have to say, you took men in a genocide that you called family, that you said you loved, that you cared about, that you did all those things, right? And then you shit on them. And then, ma'am, you took a big fucking shit on them. In front of God and everybody. You hurt people. You hurt people. You hurt people. I don't do that. I've never fucking done that. I've never come to this internet ever a day in my motherfucking life with the intentions of hurting people. But you do, without second thought, whether they're your friends or not. You don't care. You do not discriminate. That, to me, being a mentally ill person, looks like mental illness. You took the most dehumanized group of people on this planet and you shit on them during a genocide. Hey, everybody, did you know Israel turned the internet off so that they could kill people quietly without you seeing? Did you know that today? Go on the internet if you care. They turned the internet off so that they could kill them quietly, and your poor privileged eyes would not have to see it. Because God forbid you have to look at some images out of Gaza that might match the images of Charlie Kirk. God forbid that we watch a child bleed from their neck. Those are the people you shit on. If I want to come to the internet, I will. If I don't want to come to the internet, I won't. You guys make yourselves real fucking important. Real fucking important. Now, if you're receiving behavior, that behavior is the reason. I am not the reason, nor to blame. Hi, Ranger. Hi, Juliana. I am not the reason that any behavior you're receiving, that has nothing to do with me and everything to do with the decisions you made. There could have been conversations, there could have been clarity, there could have been all the things. Nobody wanted that. This is what you wanted. This is what you wanted. Because nobody else wanted it. You couldn't wait to come to the internet. You could not wait to come to the internet. You need it. Hey, Scammy Claus. I mean, do what you're gonna do, baby, but that wasn't a threat, honey. That wasn't a threat. The phone calls have already been made. It was furthest from the threat. Hey, and by the way, I don't dox people. Like, I'm not Sunshine. I'm not gonna get on here and post a fuck thing about you. I'm not. I don't even post if you haven't fucking noticed. But anything that I do, it's going to be real life stuff. I'm not how many times do I have to say I'm not for the internet? Imperfect survivor. We've never liked each other. There's no reason. Hello, Mahmoud. There's no reason to even have a discussion with you. At all. Oh, I've seen better days. But I'm good. Alhamdulillah. Listen. Good morning, Mother Man. Good morning, dolls. You thought, like, I wasn't, what, like, I was just, like, avoiding the internet? You guys wanted me to run to the internet and what, defend lies? How do you do that? If somebody has a good idea, like, let me know how you do that. How do you defend lies? I get up here and scream all day? That's fucking ridiculous. I told y'all I wasn't playing into this far before this happened. Far before this happened. I don't need entertained. I don't need to entertain people. Period. And I really did. And I'm not joking. I really did. I really counted on critical thinking and logic, and I really needed all of those things to enter the chat, and they never did. Like, they never did. Oh, how do you disprove something that isn't happening? Thank you. You can't. You can't. And that's just exactly why there was no proof. Because I really did count on that from people, and I didn't get it. So I can't, then I feel like I can't help you. Like, I feel like I can't make you see it. If you can't see the absolute fuckery, like, then I don't know how to make you see it. And no, I don't have to be loud because I'm not wrong. I can be mad as fuck, and I am. And it's valid. I have every fucking reason to be mad. Christ almighty. Tech, listen, I know. I know that this is your thing, right? The internet. Like, it's your thing. You do require this. You do require this. I don't. I don't require it. I don't have to come here for anything. So, I have a hard time wrapping my head around every time somebody's talking about me, you're there and talking. No, Pat, Mikey, can you go find something to do? Please. That's the last thing I want. You can stay, Mikey, because I would like you to listen, but I'm not going back and forth with you. Pastor Petty House of Lies. So, after a lot of conversations, none which by the perpetrators, none with them, right? Living the best life, I mean, she's compelled by her. Wait, hold on, I didn't see what they said. Show the receipts. You can't. You aren't getting money. No. Oh my God. Okay. You can stay and listen, but I'm not, like I said, the trolls, I'm not doing it. I don't understand fully how this happened. All I know is that Unhinged and I had different views on something. This is so crazy. I feel so stupid because there's just nothing else. But this is so fucking wild. I'm not showing personal messages. I'm just not. I'm not. I've given things to people that needed to see them, but I'm not actually showing personal messages. But so we had a disagreement about cracker being a racial slur. She finds that it is in fact a racial slur. We just feel differently about it. But an incident happened and that kind of went on, and then a little bit later, I got a day or two later, I think, I got a message from Unhinged telling me that you couldn't have a conversation with me. I'm always right, all the things, telling me that half the people in the friend group feel the way that she does. I have it. I just don't feel like going into all that. But that's where it started. So that's when I was reaching out to Sunshine and I was like, "Hey, what the fuck is this?" Because I screenshotted what Unhinged said to me and then started to send it to everybody in the group because of course, like what am I going to do? If if you all feel this way, then why wouldn't we just have a discussion about it and fucking clear it up? But that's not what happened. So when I got the responses from the people, they were like, "Yeah, that's not me. I don't feel that way." And then I found the small group of people that did feel that way. Those would have been Too Tall, Sunshine, and Unhinged, the three people that felt that way. Then it's turned into I talk over people. These are all, I'm giving you the explanations that I was given. That's all. So first it was I talk over people that I don't like and some that, or I'm nicer to people. I'm happier to see people than I am others. Um, Also, then after all that, it came also um, there is historical context behind the word cracker, and people do feel differently about that. And in fact, a person with very Irish heritage, my ancestors, in fact, were the first slaves, and that's where this birthed from. Then it was Sunshine running to the group, fear mongering over an ID saying that telling everybody that I had her tax ID information, that she was in so much trouble, and all she was going to lose her disability, and she was going to lose this and that. The friend group got scared. The conspiracy started. "Oh my God, do you remember that day? Oh my God, do you remember that day? Oh no, oh no, remember that one day though when they said that? And oh my God, what's going to happen? We're all going to jail. We're all going to prison. Oh my God." That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. Widespread panic. We're all going to jail for funding teas. Oh my God. You can't, you couldn't have made a fucking Simpsons episode out of this. You guys wonder why I'm fucking mad. Yes. That's why she went to the friend group. She said, "Oh my God, she has my ID. It's, oh Christ. I don't know." And then the stories just started, and then the conspiring started, and then all the fear mongering, and then, oh my God, I went to Breeze Live after the fucking thing was shared to me, and then said a simple statement. Sunshine, or I didn't even name her. I said, "That girl ain't my friend," in the chat. Never got it in the box, never. But I think the topper was the cherry on the fucking sundae was when they found out that Victoria was in fact still my friend. That really pissed them off. That really, really made them mad, because then in fact their plan did not work. That really, really made them mad. So then Unhinged and Sunshine hit the internet as soon as that pissed them off so that they could drag Breezy and Victoria. Hey, Tropical Sprite, if you could explain that to me or her, I don't know. Feel free. It was fear mongering. It was victim, victim, look, I'm a victim. I'm a victim, look, I'm a victim. Every time Sunshine's on the internet, she's a victim. I'm dying. It doesn't matter, I'm dying. You're killing yourself. You come to the internet and tell people you're dying while you're actively killing yourself with alcohol. And you know it. Was money cashed out? No. No. Okay, wait. Was money cashed out in her name? No, because money goes through PayPal. She doesn't have a PayPal. That's what I don't get. Well, join the group. How would that happen, Pastor Petty House of Lies, if my PayPal's there and I collected the money? How would that happen? Do you see what I mean about critical thinking? Do you see what I mean about taking in all the information and discerning it and making sense of it, making it fit logically? I don't care if you report me. Where's the Bella? What is Bella talking about? I don't even see her in the chat. Is the FBI and Homeland Security watching the lives like she said? If they are, baby, I don't know anything about it, but that sounds like fear-mongering to me. Okay, right back to logic. Oh, God. It is scary that I'm going to be the logical one. Like, there's so many of you. There are so many of you. How are the minds of the collected together weaker than my single mind? That's what how can you all get together and discern information and still make me the only logical one? Yes, Pastor Petty, you're right. Thank you. Jesus, because I do feel like I'm the only one that has a logical outlook on this at all, or is able to take in information and discern it. Yes, you're right, Ranger. You're right. No, I forget that last point where I was going with the logic again. Okay, so let's take FBI and DHS. Okay, let's take those two agencies and give them whatever credit they're worthy of, because I have no zero confidence in our government. But anyway, let's take the FBI and DHS and we'll tackle it from a logical point of view. So, I'm the person that's going to call, and I'm only going, this is hypothetically, right? Because I really don't know what the person said that called. So I don't have their information, but I'm just going to use the information I have to make the hypothetical. So I'm picking up my phone and I'm calling the FBI, and I'm on the phone with the agent, and he says, okay, what is your concern? Well, my concern is that there's a woman on the internet, and she's on TikTok, and she's raising money for people in Gaza, raising money for water trucks and all the GoFundMes. Mention everything. I hope you did. But so our concern is that some people have been told through several other people that H is involved. Well, do you have any proof that it could be H? Well, no, just that somebody said to somebody, and that somebody told me. And okay, well, can you send me anything? Is there, well, yeah, the one girl, she used her ID like to try to throw your trail off, and you know, she's talking about going to Canada and Mexico. She was talking about, you know, some pretty crazy stuff, you know. Now, I understand that government agencies probably have to pay attention to every call. But if I'm from a law enforcement point of view, because I do possess a degree, I'm looking at that and going, yeah, I'll do it, but it's going to be boring because it's hearsay and there's no proof. Thank you, Pastor Betty. BB, bitch, I know you're fucking lying. Oh, I know you're fucking lying. Some of you will really test a person's inner gangster. I'm not even joking. Like, you will really just Twist that knuckle in the rib cage, man. And then when you get the reaction you want, you fucking cry about it, man. Yes, Pastor Petty, there has to be a wealth, and I do mean a wealth of evidence. Do you guys, and let me just also, in a court of law, when you bring charges against somebody, when you're accusing somebody of something, the burden of proof, in fact, does fall on the prosecutor, not the defendant. You must be able to go in there and prove beyond a reasonable fucking doubt that something happened. You have not even gotten within a cunt hair of that. No, they can't. Yes, they are. Warrants are very, very hard to obtain. And you guys are like, you're underestimating Israel and how badly they want to kill Palestinians. That's what you're underestimating. You're underestimating Israel and how badly they want to kill Palestinians. Even the smallest bit, right? And they couldn't even find that. They would love nothing more than to drag a Abood out of his house and unalive him in the middle of the street so everybody could see. I think that would make a lot of you happy. But you guys are it. You guys know. You guys know the truth. You guys know everything, right? You guys know everything. Not the government. Definitely not the Israeli government. I am not the reason you look stupid. I am not the reason you're receiving this behavior. I am not the reason. You made these choices. This is what you wanted to act on, and this is what's now a consequence of that. You would have never seen me run into the internet on conspiracies and lies about anybody. In fact, I can't even believe you got so many people to bite on this as you did without any of that. No, Abu Omar is here, but Bilal has no internet. He had internet for like 5 minutes yesterday. I have had 2 conversations with Bilal since Sunday. It is Thursday. When I tell you that they turned off the internet to kill people so that your privileged eyes did not have to see it on Telegram, Al Jazeera, or anywhere else, that is what they've done. It is now the second time that they've cut off the internet so that they could wipe out hundreds and thousands of people. So that you and your privilege did not have to see it. Not only that, but when I end this live, use your little magnifying glass up in the corner and just type in 50 states, 1 Israel, and find out what the fuck is going on. Isn't tech with a bood now? What the fuck does that mean? What are you talking about? See, this is the immaturity I'm talking about. Oh, look at all the techies! Look at all the look at all the techies! Aww. Aww. You want, hey, live your life. Are you new here, bitch? Are you fucking new here? Does your leader really want me to do this? Did she send you to do this? Is that really it? Oh my god. Oh wow. You know what? Go over there and tell your friend to get in her car and get her ass down here. Bet she won't. Bet she'll sit on the internet talking all that hot shit, but all the way out there and bumfuck nowhere. Get in that car and come to my house, bitch. Get in that car and come to my house. You won't. Because you need the internet, you're for the internet, you think this is cute, and everybody's, oh, tech. What's your problem with tech? My problem with tech is she's a horrible fucking human being and has proved it to the entire internet over and over again, but you guys love it. You guys love it. You guys love it. Can't get enough of it. You guys, that shit don't bother me. Hey, you know what? I'll say something probably bother trolls. Do you guys know anything about like groypers and femboys and transmaxing? And do you guys know anything about any of that? Has anybody gone down that rabbit hole yet? Because I think I know where internet trolls actually were born now. And you guys could never. I think I know where internet trolls actually birthed from. And you guys couldn't hold a candle to them. Yeah, you guys ain't getting dick. I said that months ago, or however long ago from Scammy Claus. It's still that. It's gonna be that till the end. It's gonna be that until the end. Well, you guys entertain yourselves with whatever you need to, because I stay in like reality, like in my physical life. You guys mean nothing to me, and I can't make that any more true than what it is. So, but Tekla don't want this. Tekla really don't. She just gets like a little like warm and fuzzy feeling in her belly when people come and defend her. It makes her feel good. It makes her feel, oh, like she's worth something. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Wait, what did Misbehaving say? No, you guys, listen, here's the thing, Scammy Claus crew. I don't care about y'all. I never did. I never will. You guys can just run around the internet like the fucking hateful ass people you are, and I don't have to put up with you. Her time or effort, like legit. Yeah, Lord, these are crazy. Logical thinking, everyone. If you're already prejudiced and made up your mind, why the fuck would she waste her time and effort, period? Scammy. Opinion or by what are you talking about? No one asks if you care. You will care when you're charged. I mean, I'm waiting. Yeah, see, here, that's Jubilee. That's a good question. I'm going to answer it, but you're not going to like my answer. That is a very good question. Wouldn't logical thinking be to show your receipts to prove your innocence. If I felt that there was somebody that I actually needed to prove innocence to, I absolutely would. But until that person crossed my path, y'all can sit and fucking spin. You think is this the court of law? Do you think that I give a fuck about what any one of you think of me? Or any of the money, or any, do you think that I care? If you think I'm a scammer, a beggar, an addict, a fucking criminal, a burglar, a murderer, I don't care. Like, what don't you get about that? It's so weird. Yeah, I'm real cool. Y'all aren't. Y'all aren't. And the reason you aren't is because you exist here. Like, your existence is here. Mine's not. That's a given, Pam. You don't care. You're broke and scamming and committing fraud. Let's talk about being broke. Oh my God. Can we talk about being broke? Let's talk about it. So, I've been broke for a long time. I am very well versed in poor. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. But anyway. So, you're telling me because I'm broke, then I'm a thief. Right? If you're broke, you're a thief. Right? Is that what that in essence is what you're saying? Money laundering, financial support to a T group. Ah! I fucking can't, dude. Oh. This is a funny place because these things only exist here. These things don't exist in real life. They only exist here. No, I've made that very clear. I've always made the receipts thing very clear. I'm not going to keep talking about it. I've made it perfectly clear. So crystal clear. Thank you, Pastor Petty. House of Lies. Sorry, I don't want to call you that. Jeez, Christ almighty, I don't call you that. You want people on you, or you would what? I haven't seen anything crystal clear, just very muddy. I don't know, then you better clear them eyes. Listen. Yeah. No, feelings over felonies. I don't keep up with stupidity. She wouldn't be under... I was honest. That's why I'm not under investigation. You guys are so weird. You guys just believe and want to believe whatever. It's so strange to me. Do you know, and I'm being 100% honest with this, do you know that right now I could probably get in more trouble for talking badly about the government in Israel than I could get in trouble for anything that I've done with Gaza? That's more of a problem now, if you haven't seen. They are actively trying to pass a bill that would make that illegal. So maybe you should pay attention to that as well. You guys are real worried about me while your government's bending you over. It's so weird. Why are there like 200 state representatives spending September 14th through the 18th in Israel? And why is it called 50 states, one Israel? Why are your state, you're worried about me. Why are your state representatives, and when you're done, just go up to the old magnifying glass and put in 50 states, one Israel, and see what's happening with your tax dollars. Why don't you worry about that like you worry about me? We might actually get somewhere as a country if you did that. You guys want to be idiots on the internet. Well, that's critical thinking. House of Lies. I don't want to call you that anymore. I don't even want to say that fucking name. Yeah, that's critical thinking. That's all it is. A little bit of logic and a lot of discernment. And not taking everything. See, I have to believe that some of you do this because it's fun for you. Some of you like to bite onto these things that happen on the internet because that's your form of entertainment. Like scammers on the internet. That's how you pass your time. I get that. I understand that. But I could not. I just could never. You know, and let's talk about this. This is a really good, let's talk about Scammy Claus for a few minutes, okay? Because Scammy Claus wants to talk about GoFundMes that I make, but she doesn't want to talk about GoFundMes that Texas Tiff makes. I think she wanted to talk about wish lists that were made for me, but she doesn't want to talk about the wish lists that are made for her mods and all the people in her group, okay? Scammy Claus loves to talk about what everybody else does, but never wants to talk about what's going on in her own group. Also, when we're talking about monetizing stuff, you guys just watch ScamSlam make money off of Lisa Richards, and you have no problem with that. Like, your moral compass does not alert you that what is going on there is wrong, but I'm the problem. If you don't show receipts, oh my God. Sunshine and Boot are together now, but it's hush-hush. Did you, in fact... Pastor Petty, I'm going to tell you the story, okay? I'm going to tell you the story. So, and I get it. I get that people of privilege have a very hard time with understanding dynamics that they've never had to look at before. So let me explain. So, and and you don't need me to explain this to you, but what I would like you to do is there are supporting articles to this that you can read, and it will help you understand, right? So, you're in a genocide, right? Well, let's even keep the genocide out of it for right now. Let's just say that you grew up in an occupation, right? You've never known freedom. You've only known military checkpoints. You've only known occupation. That your existence was monitored, and the things that you were allowed to have in that existence, food, water, electric, all your utilities, everything was controlled by the occupation. Okay? You had no sovereignty over anything. You were being controlled all times, right? So now that's been for as long as we can remember. We're not going to go into a lot of history. But people have been born and died in occupation. So then we move into the genocide, right? Why are you talking about Gaza? I'm not doing this. If you guys want to listen, I can tell you, but I'm not taking the dumb stuff. Misbehaving. I barely look at my phone. Tell people the truth. You trolled Breathing Victoria, they were H, and that's how it all started. Listen to me. I never told Breezy and Victoria that Aboud and Bilal were Hamas. Stop saying that. That is a fucking bold-faced lie. That is a bold-faced lie. Stop it. So, now, I'm going to try to make a comparison that you may understand, but you may not, because I really don't know the intelligence level or the capacity of understanding that people have, especially privileged people. But so when you grow up in an occupation, that occupation then literally turns into a genocide, where everybody around you is being unalived, right? Are you big mad? You want a cookie? I'll Cash App it to you. Oh, Jesus Christ. You guys are weird. Hold on. Hi, Robin. You might want to use TikTok words so your live doesn't get clipped. That's what I'm trying to do. So, because the more I want you to understand this, but also I do believe that there's going to be a failure to understand here. Anyway, so now that occupation turns into a genocide. The genocide's been going on 700 and some odd days now. That's a long time, guys. Coming up on 2 years. Now, you have seen nothing in those 2 years but death, destruction, disease, your family falling off like flies. Then you are left alone in the middle of the genocide because you have nobody. Then what is one to do in that? And please understand, are you then going to try to identify with the very resistance toward the people that are killing all your people? You guys just can't get it. You're unable to understand it. That's the problem. You don't want to understand it is the other problem. Aboud and Bilal were not even involved in that conversation. They had nothing to do with that. They know that. Assholes. Just ignorant fucking privileged assholes. All right, I've had enough of you. And plus, I'm not a big fan of Jubilee at all. So, you're gone. No, I don't think Ranger did do that. I think you gotta go too. You're not gonna talk to her like that. She has nothing to do. She's actually possesses critical thinking skills. No one airdropped a cow, you're right. It's crazy how many people think they're entitled to anything from you. It really is, Lucy. You know, it's sad that you guys can't gain an understanding as to what's going on because, man, when it comes, when it comes for you, girl, uh, when it comes for you, when it comes for you, I'm gonna be quiet. When it comes to you, I am gonna be quiet. I'm picking and choosing right now for the people who I'm gonna be loud for when this shit comes for us. It's so privileged, man. Yeah, I don't either. But it's not for me to understand either. Hi, Tatted Virgo. If things that are put in front of you don't make sense, they don't make sense, man. But I will say this, if you concentrate on something hard enough, you can make something out of anything, man. If you have enough, you can make something out of anything, man. If you have, hold on.